disappointing, wasn't it? Our favorite show, Stranger Things, has finally ended. And oh my god, I have so many questions. Well, to start it off, Vecna died, Mind Flayer died, and Dimension X is no longer connected to Hawkins, which is, I suppose, a good thing. But there are so many plot holes that it is crazy. First of all, let's just start. How did the man in the cave got the stone in the first place? You make that make sense. How did he manage to escape from the lab taking that stone wala part when it was not existent? Because apparently when 11 opened the wall, that is when the upside down or Dimension X got connected to Hawkins in the first place. So how did Dr. Brenner have the stone? Didn't make any sense to me. Also, I'm pretty sure you have all watched the Stranger Things at this point, because everyone in the planet Earth has watched Stranger Things. If they have not, you are very much missing out, by the way. I have a question. How did the Mind Flayer or that Spidey or a thingy become alive? I have assumed the particles went into the Mind Flayer as to give it a life. But where did those dust particles go after it got killed? Because we see, even when the kids got removed from those test tube thingies which they have in their mouth, the dust particles flew up. So I am pretty very sure that dust particles were the actual, let's just say, was the actual villain. But where did they go is my question exactly. And also, where did the Demogorgons and Demidogs go? A lot of you are pretty sure have this question. Well, I am assuming that the Demogorgons and the Demidogs were in fact, that was what in fact Mind Flayer was made up of. We see in the season 3, we see that when the Mind Flayer was in Hawkins, he killed a lot of people, and a lot of those people's bones and masses and everything became the Mind Flayer in the first place. We see now, I am assuming that is what the Mind Flayer in the Dimension X was made up of. That was Demidogs and Demogorgons and Demibats. That's that. Also, the way they ended the series I didn't understand it, to be very completely honest with you. We see in the third season when the Mind Flayer got killed, it took a lot of toll on 11. She did lose her powers as well in order to kill the Mind Flayer in the first place in the Hawkins. But how did they manage to kill the Mind Flayer in the Dimension X by just a little bit of guns and a Molotov? Doesn't sit right with me. How can you affect a interdimensional monster by just using some shotguns and some Molotovs? It doesn't make any sense to me at all. Also, we see that Vecna was after all not the final villain. He was also controlled by the Mind Flayer or the dust particles, if you will. The way he and Will had a conversation in the Dimension X when he says, "Leave me alone," did break my heart, I will say that. Did he deserve the ending that he got? I don't think so. He was not a villain after all, I feel like. He was just a boy found at the wrong place at the wrong time. Along with that, I have a theory that says that Mr. Watson and Henry or One is two completely different emotions of people. I feel like Henry was still trapped in the Vecna's or One's mind, because when you see this scene, you see there are two emotions. We see Mr. Watson's emotion, which is almost as suffering, and we see One's hospital gown or like that subjective wala gown showing a completely different emotion. So I do believe that there were two different people, or at least two different emotions. I also have a thing where, if you remember, if you've seen the season, you know in season 5 volume 2 we see an episode that's when Kali tells 11 there were a lot of pregnant women in the Hawkins upside down Hawkins lab. Where did those pregnant women go? Did they even exist, or did Kali make them up? We still have no clue. But I'm pretty sure that they just didn't kill all those women, who apparently there were a lot of them. They just managed to kill all the people and then kill all the subjects with the Kali's blood in it. I'm pretty sure. Also, where did the military go? Like, be for real. The military just packed it up when they saw 11 disappear. They just said, "Oh my god, our Hawkins mission is over." Like, hello, that doesn't make any sense. Dr. K if you are so invested in the season and invested in all of the things that were happening in the experiment, you just don't go pack it up and just be like, okay, bye bye Hawkins, I will never see you again. That doesn't make any sense. The way I feel like the Duffer Brothers left a lot of loose ends, because these things, I feel like, what made the previous seasons so good, that each and every single storyline and each and different character got a proper end. Whereas in the season 5, it didn't happen. A lot of characters also were not highlighted properly. We see Erica not given a proper start, end, or any in the middle, any like screen time at all. In season 3 and season 4, we see Erica also having a lot of screen time. Whereas in season 5, she just went completely missing. I believe that she is a very strong character which deserved a lot of screen time, which she didn't get this season. We see Mr. Clark also always coming and going, showing something, doing something, and then not him giving a proper ending. Like, why would you do that? Like, if you do not want to show the character itself, why even introduce it in the first place? Also, why no end for Murray? I mean, he just helped to save the world thrice. He doesn't deserve an end, I'm pretty sure, yeah? He is such an important character. He has been for throughout season. He was in the season 2, he was in season 3, he was in 4. And in season 5, he didn't deserve an end. Like, what? Why? Like, he was a favorite character, funny element in the show. He deserved an ending. He deserved a good ending. But you completely missed him. You completely shut him off. He didn't get an ending at all. Why? There's so many questions. It makes my head spin. I'm pretty sure as much as if all of your heads also spinning. Also, the production. $400 million plus that were used in the season 5 of the productions. Where did you use it? Like, I understand there were a lot of sets that you guys built, a lot of scenes that took a lot of like efforts in order to make it happen. Good, that was very good. But what happened in this season? What happened? Tell me. Like, can you not see the difference? Season 4, when we see Max running out of the Vecna's mind, we actually see her struggling. We actually feel that she's in a different dimension or a different space. Whereas in the season 5, when she's about to run from Vecna's mind, what is this? Why would you do this? Like, we see there's so much vast difference, and $400 million plus. You can't make that even more better. The production went a little low on this scene. I feel like I did not like it at all. We see a lot of scenes, especially the Hawkins lab scene, like the melting wala thingy was very, very beautiful, and I got to know that they all were actually handmade. So props to the production team, that was very good. There are a lot of questions, and I'm pretty sure a lot of those questions will remain unanswered for us. It is very hard, I would say, to take a show that is already on a level 100, and it's very hard to top that. So when the ending, the way it ended, did make us quite like disappointed, I'm pretty sure, because I don't think that they could have done anything more which could have been like okay with us. Anything that would have ended, we would be like, oh, this is how it ended, yeah, sure, or whatever. It is all about our perspective, and we have to accept the fact that that was what their perspective was to end the show, that's what they wanted to end the show with. It is not our call, it is their call. They are the directors and the producers, so props to them that they did a good ending. But I would say a lot of people were disappointed with the writing of the show. But what if it wasn't a bad writing after all? What if all this time we were actually fooled? We see in this scene, when Holly is spinning, we see the yellow circle. But when we see Max and Holly in the Henry's memory, we see the circle appears to be grey. When Will got control of Vecna's mind, we see, before that scene, we see that meter which is controlling the electric tower. We see that the point arrow of that meter is red. But after, what we see that the way it changed colors after Will got a hold of Henry's brain, now it is grey. So I am pretty sure Henry did mess with the memories, not of the actual characters, but with ours. I feel like Duffer Brothers are great writers, and I'm very sure that they left all of these small, let's just say, plot holes on purpose, and they were done on purpose. Also, we see Will changing a lot. What if Will was still a vessel of Vecna's? He's never escaped or truly escaped from his capture. That makes a lot of sense. When Will came out to his friends and family, he also talked about his lovely memories. He's told that we like biking on the Maldives for milkshake, but if you all know and remember, Maldives doesn't exactly sell milkshakes. It's a general grocery store where Joyce Buyer works before. They do not sell any milkshakes at all. So what is he talking about? Like, did we lose a place that they had a memory in? Like, they didn't show that to us. Also, he talks about his very fond memory of getting lost in the woods. Like, what? Bro, you literally got like taken away, or you got captured in the woods itself in the first season. So how was that a good memory of yours? We see him talking when he was talking with Joyce. He says that he's out of the barn. Joyce is very cold, and she says to Will, "Where is your jacket?" And he just says, "Oh, no, I'm not feeling that cold." Do you remember in the season 2, guys, what happened? He told he likes it cold. The mind flare or the dust particles or whatever you call it, they had this thingy which was like it wanted to be cold all the time. We see it happen with Will. We see it happen with Billy as well. So why is Will all of a sudden not feeling cold? Doesn't make sense. Joy says it 2 times in the whole scene that I'm going to go get your jacket, and he still denies the fact that no, I do not want the jacket and I'm fine. Also, why is he standing all of a sudden like this? We see him standing 2 times like this. We see Billy standing like this. We see him standing like this. Most of all, we see Henry standing like this in the season 4. So, did Will become his pawn in the game? Was Will always there connected to Henry? Was that power or was that energy dormant for a lot of time? What exactly happens? Also, when Henry died, okay, before that, when Henry was in the cave, we see Will have a connection with Henry. Henry gets, in his memory, he sees the memory of him getting shot, and he just takes his arm like this. We see Will also taking his arm like this, and almost as if it is hurting him. So when Henry died, what happened to Will? Did the connection just magically appears to be broken off? Where did that connection go? Like, you just left that whole part. Like, what happened? They didn't give us an ending for that. It doesn't make sense. Also, the end. Let's talk about the end. 11 dies. That's very sad. I am very sad. I'm pretty sure all of you are very sad. But what is Mike's theory? I'm pretty sure all of you have seen it. I do not like the theory, but I'm pretty sure it's him accepting the fact that Elle is no more. According to his theory, Kylie and 11 cooked up a plan which allowed 11 to escape from the military without anybody knowing. It does make sense that 11 could have not used her powers when she had those repression stones which are cutting off her energy or her power. Does make sense that she couldn't have infiltrated Mike's mind in order to tell him that, make other people understand. That does make sense. But here's what I do not understand. When the exotic matter or the Hawkins lab in the Upside Down was it blew up, Kali was in that, right? So that was the first thing that got affected due to the exotic matter being disturbed. So how could have Kali helped 11 in order to just escape? Also, we see in this scene when Kali is she's dying. I'm pretty sure she did die, because if she didn't die, you are telling me that she stayed alive when 11 went upstairs to talk to Murray and Hopper. You are telling me that she was still alive downstairs. 11 went to fight Vecna in the Dimension X. You are telling me that she was still alive. 11 also killed Vecna. She came back. Then they're driving from the Upside Down in the van, all happy, and she was still alive there. She was not dying. If she was not dying, why not help her? Like, why did she sacrifice everything? Like, doesn't make sense. Also, the sister cooked up a plan. Sure, I feel like that was just Mike's like sort of like acceptance of him, like making a theory that he would accept the fact that 11 is no more. Like, please tell me that also you watched the end of the credit scene. We see a Stranger Things player manual. So you are telling me all of this has been a game, D&D, just a game. That I do not like that. I do not like that. You're telling me all of this was a game. 5 seasons and just a game. Why? That was a lot to take in. The season has finally ended, and I want, what are your opinions of the season? Did you like it? Did you not like it? What are your theories that could have ended differently? What do you think about it? Please put them down in the comments. Also, please like, share and subscribe my channel Mahika Reviews. It helps the channel quite a lot. I will see you in the next one. Bye.